Hello, my friend. I'd hoped to run into you this evening. You don't mind if we walk and talk, do you? Good. You see, I've got an appointment to keep with the Skulltenders. They're going to give me the lowdown on what happened on their adventure in Puzzlefield Garden Cemetery, and I'm going to have to explain some things to them in return. I wanted to be there when they got out, but I'm keeping my eye on something, a time-sensitive situation, you might say. I'm going to have to cut this short with you before we run into them, actually. The framing device is already getting a little strained. So just veer off when we get close to the pyramid. Thank you.
Felicity and Doo-Doo, you wake up in the green room.
Good God.
Yeah, Visk isn't back yet. It's just Planchette there. Oh, hey, how we doing? How'd it go? Good news? Bad news?
Are you kidding me? What the fuck was that?
Not good.
What was all of that?
Not good, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds bad. Sorry. I don't know. I wasn't watching.
Oh my God.
I don't know about any of this. This is news to me.
You weren't watching?
No, I can't. No, we can't. Oh, right. Oh, here they come. Visk, you've come to the end of your long, lonely swim and are now, do as thou wilt.
God.
Hi.
Hey.
Yeah, we got a lot of bad news for you, Blanchy. I'm really sorry.
Oh, I mean, look, you ain't got to tell me about it, okay?
You sure you don't want to know? It seems pretty important.
That's what our whole job was.
Okay, you want to tell me? You want to tell the man?
Oh, him.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Him?
I'll get the high notes from the man later. Yeah, he's gonna meet you down by the river, West Bank near the pyramid.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of. Yeah. Like as soon he wanted to be here when you got out, but he's keeping an eye on something, a time-sensitive situation. So if you just want to...
Yeah.
Boy, I am picking up that y'all not loving that. Fair enough.
No.
I mean, we just need a second. Catch our breath.
This has been a very, very busy day.
Yeah, that's true.
It seems like we have a time-sensitive situation, too. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. No, I can only imagine, and will later understand.
All right, let's start walking. Skulltenders, this way.
All right.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah, so we don't usually talk about it, but there's an out-of-the-way entrance to City Hall that Doo-Doo and Felicity usually use. Visk usually just uses the tube or is already there. But this is the path that y'all take now. It's your typical stain-resistant carpet and fluorescent lighting, and you don't run into anyone until you're out of the building. Doo-Doo and Felicity, can you both make an insight check for me?
Check my insight.
That's an 8.
Oh, that's a 21.
Oh, excellent. So Felicity, this goes over your head, but Doo-Doo, you realize as you're walking around, it's like, oh yeah, where's all the other Goomans? And then you realize that you have like never seen a Gooman that wasn't actively doing a job.
Hey, where are all the other Goomans? Aren't there any other Goomans just chilling?
No. We have, unlike a lot of you, we have jobs to do. So, probably not.
I got jobs.
What are your jobs?
What do you mean, what are our jobs?
I'm literally tending skulls.
You said it plural. You got a part-time gig somewhere in Ghost Town.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't matter. Look, listen. We've got to...
I'm in between.
Look, we've got to get our story straight here. I do not know what happened today. I do not know what to tell Planchette. Apparently, she was actually not following what we were doing that time. Wasn't quite sure if that was true.
Well, I guess our stories are straight, because I don't know what was happening either.
Great.
I don't know. Seems to me like we showed up with no instruction on what we were supposed to do.
As usual.
And someone or something completely routed us.
As usual.
Are you guys still walking? Are you still like moving out of the building?
Walking.
We're continuing. Yeah, walking.
All right, I'm just gonna chime in occasionally with like where you are in this movement.
We're West Winging it.
Yeah, so you are yeah. No, I had the thought. I was like, not too late now. With this, we have established a geography. As you step outside City Hall, the doors swing shut behind you. The seams disappear. It just looks like a solid sheet of silver. You are immediately accosted by a difficult-looking man in robes. Yes, it is I, Horatio Bothersome,
God
and
damn
as
it.
promised, you have not seen the last of me. I demand to speak to God. Who are you? Explain yourselves. He's clutching Visk again, like shaking about the shoulder.
No!
How is it you come and go from the holiest of holies and not I? What are your purposes? What are your plans? Why are you being so evasive? Answer all of my questions right now.
Help!
Doo-doo pushes him like with medium strength because he doesn't look very like strong. So like I'm pushing aside like a curtain of beads. Doo-doo just goes, leave us alone, Horatio. Not now.
Yeah, make it an athletics.
Athletic, got it. 14.
Yeah, he scatters like autumn leaves. He's like thrown back by your touch. He's like, outrageous! You haven't heard the last of Horatio Bothersome. He's still only like a few feet away, but he's doing audio as if he's...
I can't believe we just met the big bad.
Oh God,
Let's kill him another day.
Yeah, I don't have the energy right now to deal with Horatio.
Yeah, despite having no facial features, Visk looks fucking rough. Like, more translucent than usual, more slouched than usual. In fact, they're listlessly kind of slopping around like half-set gelatin, not caring enough to put the effort into solidifying all the way for the sake of presentation.
Yeah, and there's just all these crappy new ghosts around. Y'all are like moving through the typical mishmash of new buildings, new ghosts, both of which start to thin out as you approach the riverbank. Most ghosts keep their distance from the river. There's just something about imminent proximity to metaphysical manifestation of oblivion that perturbs folks. Go figure. Now, a quick note about the river. Both the east and west riverbanks are each an enormous single bone about 10 feet wide, stretching all the way from City Hall to Bitter Bay. It is on this bone that you're walking along, heading south.
God.
Sitting by the foam of the bay, watching the ghosts. Stay away.
This is lifting Felicity's spirits despite the situation.
Just chilling.
You're rather chipper, given all of the shit that just happened.
The beach is a nice little place to sort of like lose myself in the shoot and the crud. There's the new doo-doo. Doo-doo don't cuss. The crud of the work day. That's why I am in between jobs, because they always just stress me out.
Uh-huh. I think they're supposed to.
I don't care for not being my own boss. God,
I hear that.
I am going to have some words for this mayor.
Your own boss.
My God.
Whatever. So I feel like we should start from the top.
Yeah, no, actually, I would love to do that. What happened in Spallanzani's after I went blind?
Right, you were blind.
Would either of you like to tell me? I would love to hear it. I hear a loud bang, and I hear a bunch of weird shuffling, and then we're sucked back to the green room and shot out again to this terrible place to get killed. What happened?
What did you see?
Not much. There was a thing down my throat or something, right?
Right.
And then all I kind of remember was when that kind of happened, I just sort of thought about like the bar and my old friend Johnny Bravo and just everyone having a good time at that old bar near the ocean. And then I sort of was snapped out of it again. And everything had already happened. I don't remember much.
God.
Well, to sum it up, that flesh web thing, Nokia, I don't think we have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, it seemed like that was taken care of.
Yeah.
What? How? What did you do exactly?
I used my gun.
The,
Lord note, do Do we know what just a gun? I forget again. Do
Not
we just
exactly.
know what a gun
No,
is?
this is a new thing.
No one has seen me use it successfully. I've aimed it at Dylan and it didn't go off, and that's all you saw.
Okay, all right. But just like guns in general. I just don't
Yeah.
know
No,
what it means.
it's the only gun in the world,
Got it.
and it has been fired successfully once or twice.
Twice, yeah. Killed something once, but was fired twice.
You mean that little steel tube you have? You keep talking to?
Yes, right. No one can hear that except me.
What is that? What does that do exactly?
Why are you talking to it?
Is it like a crossbow?
Well, because it's talking to me, so it's polite to talk back when people talk at you, right?
That's correct.
Shut up.
Don't tell me. They're asking about me. I'm germane to this conversation. Fine.
Up!
They're doing it again.
Yeah, exactly. Felicity and Duty are like exchanging a look. It's like a raise eyebrows and then lower it.
You're losing the respect of your subordinates.
Oh, like I had any. Shut the fuck up. Get back in there.
All right.
Seems like you two have a great relationship.
Yeah.
He's very argumentative, like I said earlier. Earlier today.
The gun? The thingy?
He hated that I used him as a door knocker, I'll tell you what.
It's not what I'm made for.
Shut up.
Fine.
Oh my god.
You did what you had to do.
I did what I had to do. Listen, I did what I had to do. We were in mortal...
And what did you have to do?
We were in mortal...
Yeah, all I got were like bad vibes once I woke up.
No, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I got some bad vibes, too. It didn't seem like that ended happily. I didn't think it could. So I figured we're here to ensure that this horrendous thing not stay topside. It's not supposed to be there. It was an aberration. And you know what? I think it was suffering. I think I saw suffering in those eyes. Visk is like saying that because they know that like mortals seem to give a shit about when something's in pain.
Okay, then make a deception check.
Uh-huh.
Or did you see suffering in those
A
eyes?
natural 20.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. We believe it either way.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. And I will say both of you make another insight check.
We don't want Visk to succeed at this.
No. It's
I
just,
mean, a natural 20 means you did.
And by the way, was
It's-
that deception, by the way?
well,
That I rolled? You said?
yes.
Oh, then also it's a natural 20 plus fucking 5.
Wow.
Okay, so nobody's going to beat that. I was just doing it as a contest just to
3.
yeah.
Yeah, 17, not quite.
Okay. I don't normally like to do social contest rolls between the party, but yeah, Visk seems to be telling the truth.
I mean,
Or believe what they're saying, at the very least.
it seemed kind of messed up before whatever happened. So
Yeah, like, best case scenario. What was the best case scenario?
I don't know.
What, it's not gonna turn back into a precious little human girl
I don't know.
to live happily ever after with her father who's just ghost hands? There was no
But-
good ending there.
And so what was the ending?
Well, I disposed of it.
You destroyed that little girl's soul.
It was already pretty wrecked, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess it was.
Have you ever heard of euthanasia? Have you ever heard of putting something down when it's sick? That thing was sick.
I believe you did what was best.
What you thought was right.
That was a pretty rough area, but it always, that kind of thing always leaves a weird taste in my beak.
I'm not happy about it, but it seemed to be the best course of action. We were all getting our asses kicked,
I can't.
True.
on the verge of something. I got grabbed in a weird spot that felt like maybe that's what dying is. I don't know what that was. I don't know if I can die.
Like
Should probably ask about that.
grabbed in a weird spot, like Syrup did to Dudu.
Yes.
You mean?
Yes. I imagine that's what that was like.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Oh God. All right.
Sorry, I didn't stop. I don't know how I could have. There was a lot going on.
That guy bodied us, so
2 bodies in one day.
Yeah. I think at this point we have bigger problems. I don't love it, but
So, Spallanzani got away, by the way. That's going to be an issue, I think. got a loose end.
Oh, the
there.
hands?
Yeah.
Hands man.
Hands back.
Okay, yeah.
Mr. Hands got away yet again.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. So we've got that to reckon with eventually, I imagine. And then we went right back out, didn't we?
Our group of villains grows ever bigger.
So you've now moved completely out of the north end. The very substantial buildings kind of fallen behind you. And here on the west side is a black pyramid. Enormous black pyramid. Some of you've all seen it. Some of you might remember trying to break into it. Felicity, specifically. That was the last thing you did.
I'm familiar, Mr. Narrator.
Yeah. I want to really this is the closest we've gotten to it. So I just want to, it is a single solid stone. It doesn't look like it was made of bricks. It is just a single, mildly reflective piece of what looks like obsidian in the shape of a pyramid. Just kind of sticking out there. Some of the buildings, as they're drifting south, kind of, they make a wide arc around it. None of them try to pass through it. Like a wreck on the side of the road. They kind of slow down and move around. You can't see this, but if you trace the patterns over time, that's just something for the audience. But there on the riverbank near the pyramid is the mayor. It's easy to spot him because there's nobody else around, and he's a skeleton with a black crown floating over his head. He's just kind of standing there, hands on his hips, looking down into the river.
Oh God, it's him.
Is that the mayor?
Yeah, it's this fucking guy.
Yes, you've met him before. What do you mean, is that the mayor?
Unfortunately. Hey, boss, we got a lot of bad news for you.
Gee.
He kind of startles, which is uncommon. He gives like a quick turnaround, and he's like,
I thought that might be the case. Felt something snap a little while ago.
and he turns back and looks down on the river.
I appreciate you meeting me here. Let's walk and talk. Actually, hold on a moment.
And he looks around and says,
Cert.
and from like right next to you, Felicity, like a gooman comes up from the ground where you did not see it was there. He says,
Yes, Your Honor. Take the fellows and give us a bit of privacy, if you don't mind. Sir? Yeah, I'll be all right. I've got my skulltenders. It's fine. Just
go. And Visk and Dudu, from next to each of you, another gooman like rises up, and one that's sort of where the mayor's shadow would be also does. And the four of them look at each other and just kind of nod and just head back towards City Hall.
all right. Good work, boys. Couldn't do it without you.
Aren't those your bodyguards?
Yes, but we're going to be talking about things that shouldn't be overheard.
Well, who's going to guard your body?
Well, I would hope that you three would. I'm also a little bit capable myself.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. No offense. I didn't think you'd need them.
You've got to...
You're so strong.
If you've got a workforce, you need to give them something to do.
Do?
I hear that.
Workforce.
Yes.
Is that what they are?
Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Why tell you what we're going to do?
And he starts walking. He is looking down into the river as he's walking. He's like,
if you don't mind, we've got an appointment to keep. So if you'll just come along with me. And he's walking and like looking down into the river. It's just something we've got, a place we need to be at a certain time. And just tell me what happened. Tell me all about it. How, what did you find at the cemetery? What happened? What was it?
And are you walking along with him?
Of course.
Yeah. Better
Okay.
or worse.
Yeah. You're walking along. You're all. If the pyramid cast a shadow, you would be in it, but it doesn't, so you're not. The three of you just kind of trailing along behind him.
So how did it go? What did you find?
Mr. Mayor, with all due respect, what was that? That was a suicide mission. You sent us there, and we just sort of ambled about until these things, this man that is a centipede filled with poisonous insects or something.
Probably centipedes, contextually, yeah.
Another demon like Visk.
Demon?
Oh, hey, well, now, hold on. Wait.
I'm still processing that. You can't just switch.
Syrup?
Yeah, syrup.
Syrup was there?
Yes.
Syrup was there.
Son of a bitch. Well,
I assumed you knew him.
that's disappointing.
But there was a knife.
A knife?
Yeah.
There was a chain. There was a
Okay.
hole.
No, that's...
There-
Okay.
Felicity, you looked in that hole, didn't you?
Did you see anything?
I did, and I am not sure, but based on the context clues of what Syrup said, I think I saw the Queen of Hell.
Who?
Oh, no.
The chain broke, and it returned to my gaze, and it killed me.
What did it look like?
How did the chain break?
Syrup did something.
Fire. Some sort of fire attack.
Spiral crypt, rooms on the floor, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Needed the badge to get in?
Yeah.
Oh, yep, that's how I would set it up.
He used a kind of like dead body bridge, if I'm remembering correctly.
Really?
He like took my soul or something.
Oh, that's not funny.
We got you back in there, but you weren't doing so hot. He used the...
He took your soul.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For a minute.
All right.
For a hot minute there.
He pulled out Dudu's soul from the owl and tried to feed it to your subordinate here. And she gestures to Visk.
Was that what they were trying to do?
Well, and then what happened?
I did not partake.
Still here.
Yeah, I
Seemed rude to do.
Did he put Dudu back?
I struck at him with Ricochet, and he chose to put Dudu back. I did not seem to actually put a scratch on him. I don't know why he did it.
As you say Ricochet, she appears in your hand.
Oh, sorry about that.
What's going on? What do you need, kitty cat? I'm here. We taking this guy out?
Turn your Siri off.
No, we are discussing what happened back in that tomb with this one. And she sort of doesn't point the blade at the mayor, but sort of just gestures.
Yeah, please don't. I was being cocky. Please don't point me at them. Yeah, that's not.
Hey, ease up, ease up.
I would not. I am not. Believe me, I'm not.
From a distance, Sir turns. It's
Something is going... No. I've been ordered to get back to work.
and he does a Sudoku that says important business at the top. There's a stack of similar ones, and the four of them are sitting at a table. It's
If it takes all night, boys, it takes all night.
Wait, can we hear Ricochet?
Yeah. Ricochet talks out loud.
Yeah, we can
Okay,
hear Ricochet.
But Jude only talks to...
I'm the only person who looks insane all the time. Yes, Cohen has made sure to set it up this
Conk
way.
doesn't talk at all. He
At
just
all,
acts
yeah,
like a
they
little
all-
animal.
He's just a little guy.
As you think about him, he curls up to your ear and gives it a little lick, little wooden lick, little snake. lick.
Ew, stop it.
Yeah,
Not now.
relinks.
So, well, Dudu, I'm very sorry that happened to you.
And he turns away from the river for a second to make eye contact with you.
I'm very sorry that must have been very unpleasant.
My soul seems to leave its body quite often, so,
Yes, but that was probably a little bit more violent than you're used to. I'm sorry.
yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I accept your apology.
All right. And Felicity, I'm sorry for putting you in a situation where you didn't have a lot of information. I'm afraid I didn't either. The nature of circumstances being as they are,
Attention is kind of drifting as you are moving away from the pyramid and passing through the forest area. You're still walking along the river, but you're now passing the part that runs through the ancient forest that Dudu lives in. This is right around where you found the headless laserback pig guy. As you pass, the leaves of a twisted ash tree near the bone bank flutter, their colors flickering from green to yellow to brown to black to green to yellow to brown to black, just like cycling through, like the scales of a fish in the sun. And too many metaphors in that line. Fuck. That one got away from me. Yeah, he's just walking and talking. He's still like looking down on the river though. It's just, so you went and there was some sort of guard. You got past that. You say there was a centipede?
Yeah.
I heard centipede.
Yeah.
Thomas, a Thomas Vari.
I thought he was our friend.
I thought so too. I high-fived him.
He twigged us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. He probably had better information than you. We're at a bit of a disadvantage here.
When Syrup was stealing Dudu's soul, it seemed like he was trying to do me a favor. Well, he implied that I was supposed to like that and use that for sustenance or something.
Yes.
Why?
Well, no, it's better that you know. So this is how to put this? This place, Ghost Town. It's old, very old. It's been around a lot longer than people, and it's gone by many names and it's worn many faces: Inferno, Dis, Gehenna, Ethern, Avicii, the Lake of Fire, Tartarus, Ker, Neraka,
God damn it.
Duma, Diu, Jahannam, Abaddon, Santa's Workshop, Hades, layer upon layer of reinvention over time.
God damn it, it is hell. Fuck.
Yes, well, it was. It did wear that face once. Under a different leader. There's only ever one, for lack of a better word, there's only ever one devil at a time, but there have been many, just one after another, really. Lunatics and hedonists and tyrants. It's a degree of power which no one should have. Absolutely no one. Unfortunately, it does exist. It is a vacuum which draws...
Well, except you, sir.
No, I should not have this power either.
Oh.
Yes, no one should. I try to use it as little as I can.
I look towards Felicity and I'm just like, you know, suck up.
Yeah, Felicity's shaking her head silently.
Fisk is staring at the mayor, does not see it.
It's not Visk's fault.
My thumbing towards Visk just turns into like a just like I'm scratching the back of my head like, no, I wasn't, I don't know what you mean, sir.
As I was saying, this is an ancient place, older than old, and there are certain rules and elements. It's difficult to discern the naturally occurring features of this place from the intrusions of malignant psychopaths who have ruled it in the past. But one of those saw fit to weaponize a naturally occurring feature of the Eversoul, which is the Gooman. And as a result, the Gooman have a natural desire, innate, to facilitate the chartering of souls from the land of the living to the land, to here, to Ghost Town, to the Eversoul. It goes from there to here. They're doing their jobs. They're doing a good job generally. The problem is, if you put a Gooman in the land of the living and you don't give them any instructions not to, it's going to naturally occur to them that the fastest way to get souls from the land of the living to the afterlife is to just kill them and eat them. Just kill people and eat their souls. Drag them down here. And there is a natural inclination towards conquest and facilitation of death, which I have been able to satisfy through paperwork.
So wait, let me get this straight.
Satisfied!
Look.
Man, you're fucking funny. What a joke.
We will get to you, demon. You hold on.
That's quite enough of the demon talk.
You have the stick.
Demon is a job, not a nature.
Of course not.
I think I'll make the decision for myself. But
Fair enough.
you have what essentially is the standing army of hell doing paperwork. That's not going to pose a problem for you at some point.
Hasn't for 100 years.
That's a long time.
Yes. It's not forever, though, as we're finding out. Oh, here we are. You're now like moving further south, and you are kind of passing into the extremely insubstantial areas that are near the docks. You're now seeing people again, but they look confused. They're wandering around. Some of them look lost. The buildings here become practically translucent. They become wireframes and pencil sketch suggestions of structures. And some of these confused looking, slightly translucent people are trying to open doors that their hands pass through. They're sitting at tables in an otherwise empty courtyard, just kind of looking around like they just forgot something. It's like they just walked through a door.
We're in NPC town. We're in the NPC part of town. This place is good for a laugh sometimes.
That just makes me sad.
Over on the east side of the river, Dudu, it's really easy to make out the short pier, the bar that never seems to fade, where you, sir, said farewell to Johnny Bravo, because it is the only solid building in this entire like area of town near the bay. So even though it's like way over there, it's like, you know, it's like seeing somebody far away in an empty room. So, well, there they are, I guess.
Yeah.
I wanted to show the three of you something, with your permission.
And he turns back around for the first time, looking at all three of you.
Anything, sure.
What is it?
Is it cool?
It's pretty cool.
All right.
I think you know what?
I allow it.
All right, Felicity.
I don't really think we have much of a choice. Go ahead, Mr.
You
Mayor.
always do.
Yeah.
The choice is between me and the dark room.
Yeah, I understand what the choice is. Go ahead and share.
Great. So he taps each of you on the forehead. First Felicity, then Dudu, then Visk. And as he does, each of you see your own face through the mayor's eyes. But you also see behind you the steps you took to get here. Each step along the path, an image of yourself by the riverbank, frozen in place, stretching backwards behind you, and also somehow the same thing, leading away from this moment, stretching forward. But these are different. Felicity, you see yourself in a few minutes walking with the group, but you also see yourself turning away right now and leaving in a huff. Dudu, there's like 50 different versions of you. One where you're walking through the walls over and over as a joke. One where you're pole vaulting across the river on conch. There's a few where you're just kind of zoned out, not listening. Visk, in every potential future, you are rapturously staring at the mayor. Oops, wrong eyes. Just a moment. He looks out, and you look with him through his borrowed vision, and you see a slight adjustment as now you're not seeing the past and future, but you're seeing very, very, very close detail, and he stares down into the river. And Dudu, Felicity, this is the first time since you left the river that you see what's in it. For one thing, it's much deeper than you expected. Despite the clarity of your vision, if there's a bottom to the river, you cannot see it. But it's not empty. Hundreds of people, thousands, an uncountable number, all spaced at least like a dozen or so feet apart, all laying on their backs. The range of them is staggering, mostly adults and the elderly, although, bummer warning, you do see teens and children as well. Some of the people have open eyes, some closed, but on every face is a look of unhurried anticipation, like when you see the waiter bringing your food at a restaurant. The eyes you're looking through glance around from face to face, and they finally focus in on one child who has her eyes closed. Visk and Dudu, you recognize her, and then she turns her face to the eyes and opens them, and then Felicity, you recognize her as well. It's Nokia Spallanzani. The animal terror and wild hatred that stared out from the center of the spiderweb of flesh in the workshop is gone, and Nokia's eyes are clear, full of contentment, empty of memory. The four of you stand at the edge of the water and, with borrowed sight, watch as she drifts out to the bay. And then there's a kind of jarring as you are now just the three of just looking at the back of the mayor, and you're back in your own heads.
Wow.
Wow.
Head trip, man.
God.
I wanted to thank you.
See, look, it was the right decision.
Well,
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Visk. I do feel better knowing she made it here.
At least she did, yeah.
Better than up there.
She was denied rest for quite some time, and I was unable to do anything about it, and I very much appreciate your help. Said it wasn't your cleanest work, Felicity, but it can't argue with results, can we?
I guess not. It's better results than I thought we got based on how it felt.
I mean, how many times have we blown ourselves up and came back here? Clean isn't really our MO. Feels like.
Yes.
We're trying.
All the lethal effectiveness of a frag grenade. I enjoy it. Now, I believe you've all sampled the restaurants in the North End, yes? When they're at their most substantial, the new restaurant in town, and then it gradually drifts down south here. They become this, and he gestures around at all the completely insubstantial wireframe buildings around you.
Yeah, I'm familiar. The Carpe Diem and the buried hatchet and the saffron leaf and whatnot.
I went to one.
Yes. It's a shame. Carpe Diem's already gone. Did you hear?
Really?
Oh, man.
Yeah, it didn't have a lot to get over, I guess. There was a. I think just a straightforward arson is what we determined there was ultimately what happened, and that's usually like one really bad night. That's not really like the tradition of malice and mistreatment that makes a place really stick around down here. But
like the Olive Garden.
Oh yes, we cannot get rid of the goddamn Olive Garden. He looks to the north furiously. As I am my witness one day. But
it's because the breadsticks are never ending,
yes.
Eternal even.
He pulls out a stick and whaps you on the top of the head.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Jesus Christ, Jess.
Whoa.
You walked into it.
Take a look at this, and you are standing the water to your backs, but you are looking at a restaurant, and as you watch, it's like watching a photograph develop. The emptiness between the lines begins to fill in and substantiate into an eruption of red and green on an adobe facade. The vague, formless structure solidifies into looks like it would be in a strip mall, but you can hear the strings of a mariachi band covering a famous song you can't place. There's a moment, Dudu, not to bring up a bad memory, but you all saw it on Nokia's face, and Dudu, I'm sure you've seen it on the faces. At the end of the fear, there is this moment, yes?
Sure.
There's a moment of contentment. There's a moment right before a building is completely gone that it becomes whole again, when it attains that same peace, and for one perfect hour, it's the best it ever was. And the building in front of you is now completely solid, and you see a sign in neon flashing over the entrance. It reads, El Restaurante Bueno.
Oh, hell yeah.
And
I mean, heck.
The mayor steps forward. This guy. No, one guy called it heck. I can't figure some people. He pulls the door open, and you step into a restaurant that is just row after row of booths. High-backed with faux red leather cracking at the edges and the tops, each lit by an overhanging lamp with a green shade. Each has a basket of chips sitting on it. The sound of happy families enjoying a paycheck on a Friday night fills the otherwise completely empty restaurant. There are no other people here, but as you're kind of glancing around, a hostess appears. She's a young woman in her early 20s. She has short blonde hair and the ears and the snout of a bat. Welcome to El Restaurante Bueno. Nosotros deliciosos.
Muchas gracias.
No, you must have eaten here before. Love it.
Feel like I've never left.
Oh, you know what? She looks around. Me too.
I've always been here. And then
Muy bueno.
In the video version of this, you can put the end of The Shining. Dude doing this in the picture.
What's he doing? I can't see it.
He's doing double thumbs up. Yeah, dude.
Now, is this your whole party? And the mayor says, oh, one more will be joining us for dessert, but you can see this. All right, come with me. And she leads you to just one of many empty booths. Take a seat. Buenos tardinos.
Dudu, what did she say? I only speak common and epitome.
I don't think I can repeat it. I don't think I'm allowed to repeat it.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Okay, what's the seating arrangement? It is a booth. It is a booth with room for two on each side.
Felicity was sit next to Dudu.
I get into the inside wall. I like being next to the inside wall.
Yeah.
And then Felicity, I guess, is next to me.
Yeah.
Outside.
The mayor gestures at the empty booth to you.
Yeah. And Fisk slides in.
Wonderful. All right, can I start y'all with any drinks? We got tequila be killed, Mez call me a doctor, I'll call you a hearse, and dos eques portus ojos.
Yeah. Can I just get a margarita? Actually, no. Margarita, make it a double.
2 margaritas?
I'll take the Dos Equis one.
Dos equis portus ojos. Gotcha.
That's the one.
Right. No, after you.
Vis doesn't know what any of those are. The first one.
All right. Tequila be killed.
Right.
All right, miss. Make it a double. 2 tequila be killed. A miss call me a doctor, I'll call you a hearse, and a 2 margaritas. How do you want them margaritas? You want them sunset style or supernova?
Supernova, salt on the rim.
Supernova, salt on the rim. You want that pink salt, white salt, Himalayan salt, Himalayan salt, or black salt?
Black salt, please.
Black salt, got it. All right, she strolls away.
This place is sick.
Yes.
This is kind of refreshing, I'll admit.
What's the menu like? I look around and touch for everything that could be a menu.
Oh, there's a menu. The tables are like there's a glass, like a thin glass facade, and under that is the menus, and under that is the regular table.
Oh, reading material. Dudu looks through the menu.
Well, for the apps, you have your choice of It's Not Your Fault or Que Sera Sedillas. For entrees, we got Carnita Hero, Frijoliest of Holes, and Empanada Another Thing Coming.
Fuck off.
She's possibly. I'm sorry, I forgot to ask. Y'all want chips and salsa?
And queso.
All right. You want that queso with ghost peppers, jalapenos?
No.
All right. Just queso. You want salsa?
Dudu gets deathly serious. No.
Anybody else want salsa? We got Rojo Verde and Rojo Verde.
Isn't that just brown?
Yep.
Wait, I shouldn't know that. I don't speak this language.
A little of each.
All right.
But no jalapenos in the
No
queso.
jalapenos in the queso. Ghost peppers only. Got it.
No jalapenos in the queso.
All right.
No ghost peppers either.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm a great waitress, so I got you covered.
Thanks.
It's okay because I'm making fun of white people. Don't worry about it. Nobody will get mad. Now, we should have a bit more privacy here. This is one of my little secrets, one of the little perks of the trade. I haven't shared this with many people. Planchette doesn't either.
This cool restaurant?
Well, this restaurant will only last for an hour, but this phenomenon of the happy hour.
Oh.
Oh.
That's funny.
Does that...
Thank you. The other person I told it about didn't laugh, and I've been disappointed for a fucking century.
I pat the mayor's hand. That's a good one.
Thank you, Dudu. That cheers me up.
Uh-huh.
Does the name of the bar concept come from here in Ghost Town or vice versa?
Beg pardon?
Well, above in the land of the living, like happy hour is like a time that drinks are cheaper. Is that...
Yes, I remember. I remember what it's called.
Well, which came first? Was it named it down here and that drifted back to the land of the
I
living?
named it after the concept. Yes, I named it after the
okay.
People have always been serving their drinks for cheaper when business is slow. I can't take credit for that. However, I did invent putting salty snacks out on the bar so that you drink for free.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me.
God
That was-
bless
yep.
you.
Brilliant.
Taking my credit for that one.
I mean, hell
All right.
bless you.
Okay, don't be condescending. It's fine.
I don't know what to say, really.
Nah, you're doing great, buddy. Reaches across and taps your hand too. That's a good one.
Thank you.
Vis is jealous.
Felicity shoots a look to Vis that's like a wow, they're really hitting it off. Kind of.
Vis squints back. Confused.
So now that we're in here, and now that things are, he watches. He just sticks a finger directly into the side of the building. It just gives like into the wall. It's not like it's breaking. It's just like it's like sticking your finger into pudding, where it's like you're not making a ripple. It's just. He's like, yeah, it's just us in here. Well, it should be fine. Now, you asked about. I believe someone asked about the Queen of Hell.
Yeah, I would love to know more about who that is.
Yes, Visk, I believe you got a look
Oh,
by accident.
was that her?
Yes, that was her.
Felicity, was it like a big, bright, but dark at the same time room with like a large skeleton?
She's not that tall.
Larger than him.
Well,
With horns,
she's taller with the horns,
On the
sure.
wall?
knives in it. Yes, I believe we've seen the same thing. You've seen that somewhere?
I saw that before we went to the mausoleum.
Is that thing is here somewhere?
Yes.
You should know you're the one who tried to break into the room she's in.
Really?
She's in the pyramid.
I don't think I've seen this cool thing. I'm missing out.
I don't.
No, it's
It was. You didn't want to see that. It was really scary.
Yeah, I'd be glad you didn't.
It just makes me want to
don't
see it more.
make eye contact when you do see it. Don't look directly at her. That's sort of the
Well, you better not show me now, because I really want to look at her.
reasonable. She's quite charismatic.
What'd you call her?
Charismatic.
The Queen?
Yes, so that's the title she chose. So the Queen of Hell and I both have a valid claim on stewardship of the afterlife. I managed to neutralize her to her current situation at great cost and with a lot of help, but I'm limited in what I can say, but in circumstances such as these, the ancient necromancy that was laid down at the making of the afterlife asserts itself. It demands a contest. An election, rather. Both candidates select their champions who enact some sort of ritual or race. See, the problem is I don't know the details. I know I used to, and I can extrapolate out from my past priorities, but the nature of the thing is that I can't know. It's to prevent an unfair advantage for the incumbent. Even sending you to Puzzlefield Cemetery was just... It was a shot in the dark, to be frank. I assumed that because I knew that there was Skulltender activity there, I knew it was protected. I assumed there was something important, but I don't know what you're supposed to do.
Are we your champions?
Yes.
Are we in an election cycle?
Yes, I'm afraid so. It's been 100
God.
years. Here's the thing. I kept
Not
it.
politics.
So I had things locked into a stalemate. I had her pinned, and as long as neither of us...
a doo-doo groaning. Oh, I hate politics.
Don't worry. It's going to be...
the drinks?
Oh, hey! She arrives, and the mayor shuts up. He said, she arrives, and let's see, we got the Dos Equis Portos Ojos
Right here.
for Mr. Owl, and we got shit. What did Visk order?
The first one.
The first one.
We got the tequila be killed for.
Fisk raises a hand. There's like 13 fingers on the hand.
Oh wow! Okay, right there, and let's see. I don't think the mayor ordered anything.
The mayor requested a double on what Visk ordered.
Oh yeah.
And the other Dos Equis Portus Ojos for the mayor. The mayor raises a.
No, it's my thing, not Duty's thing.
Oh shit! You know what the thing is? I'm just like a construct. So I don't. Hold on.
I'll take that extra Dos Equis thing and then give me another one and then make it a double.
All right.
And then keep them coming.
The mayor raises a finger. As well. I don't recall what I ordered, but whatever. I'll have what he's having. He picks up one of the bottles and like inclines it towards you, Dudo.
Yeah, that's all you're getting from me, buddy. I bring the bottles towards me, like I just like gather them. I'm gonna eat all I can if we're gonna get into politics. Jeez.
Fair enough. He retracts his friendly gesture.
Yeah, you do that. As he downs one bottle.
Felicity, 2 margaritas are placed in front of you. The rims are absolutely coated in pepper.
Felicity like frowns really hard at them, and like it's like gently dusting away some of the pepper, like enough to get her mouth around the rim, and then she just like straight like shoots that first one back.
Damn.
Sets that down, and then she is sipping in a more normal way upon the second one.
All right, y'all want to order, or is Mayor like, it's like, we'll get to the order. We'll get to, fine.
Nachos.
All right. It's not your fault, okay?
And keep it coming.
All right. For the table?
Nachos for me. No, sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Anyone else?
I was going to get that. Some other thing then. I don't know.
Notch it up. Who cares?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Giga chicken fajita, your most sizzling tray, please.
Sizzling fajitas. All right.
Just get 2 nachos and give one to Visk here.
God, being a fucking waiter is hard.
You're not even getting paid.
What?
This waiter isn't. Nothing. 2 nachos, please.
Don't worry, I'm paying everyone. Got $2 aplenty.
Fucking input currency here.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know why we have this. And he pulls out like a wad. This is another one. Mammon, one of the past leaders, thought hell needed money.
Hell money.
Why do they all say obey on it?
Yeah, they're just like white strips of paper that just say obey and like black text.
This is your god.
You think this is bad? Look at the other side, and it says turn over.
Yes, we can't really get rid of these.
No. While she's you're sipping on here. It's like,
so, where was I?
I don't know.
Something about
politics.
Oh yes, the election. The election. Yes, there's some sort of ritual. Or you mentioned a knife, some knives, chains.
Yeah, like a silver knife on a chain.
Interesting. Then I must have used the ritual to neutralize the queen. Interesting.
What do you mean you must have done that? Do you not know? Do you not remember? You did it.
He just said he didn't remember.
Here's the thing. So I used to remember. I know that I did that. I can extrapolate out from the available evidence, but anything related directly to this contest beyond my knowledge that I need to send you out and you need to do something is... Well, I don't know it anymore. And I don't know what to do next. You see, I can't. But...
You can't know what to do?
No, the very nature of the contest, the information won't stay in my head.
Are you fading too?
Imagine.
No, it's the rules.
Visk is shaking her head.
Because of the election, I can't help you. I can't tell you where to go. I might have I was able to tell you to go to Puzzlefield Cemetery because I assumed, based on actions I'd taken, that it must be important. But now I begin to see how that action was anticipated. They probably used you to get in.
Yeah, we were tricked. Definitely.
Well, see, the problem is that Syrup is very smart. He used to...
Is he your... I'm trying to think of the political word for other candidate.
Opponent?
Is he the other candidate?
The other candidate is the queen. Syrup is her champion.
Oh. Wait, she was already the queen once.
Yep. She sure was.
Are the rule says that she can't do it again? Have you checked the bylaws?
Oh, yes. Yes, they're written on the back of my spine.
Gross.
Interesting.
Yep.
Huh.
Had to get Flanchette to read them to me.
Fisk is jealous again.
So why is Syrup not under your purview, exactly?
We had a difference of opinion.
Oh.
He used to be my champion. More than that, he used to be my friend. And now he's gone over to her side, and he's taken a terrible amount of knowledge and power with him. And from what I can put together from your account, he's used his terrible charisma to gather some like-minded associates, probably made all number of promises and deals with them. Syrup doesn't respect mortals, as a rule. So if this crew of his has mortals in it, we can only assume that they're very powerful.
Yeah, necromancers.
Almost certainly necromancers, at the very least.
Yeah.
I'm like barely sure that the people we saw or heard of were mortals, honestly.
The lines begin to blur at a certain point when it comes to necromancy. None of you know how it works, right?
Necromancy?
Not really. little.
I've been cagey
Or
about...
politics?
I've been cagey about some information because I needed you to get used to doing things without my help. Because I can't help you.
We were on a need-to-know basis. I guess we didn't need to know.
There were things that probably your early missions would have been easier with more guidance, more direction, a more detailed briefing, but from here on out, you're not going to have that. So I had to know you could hack it.
So this is your plan long term, it's just to keep sending us out with no direction into these suicide missions.
No, it's not. Fortunately, we have an ace up our sleeve. Yes, that's all right. And from around the corner of the booth steps a man with a long white beard and a hat like a collapsed souffle. It is I, Ventura de Velgard, as promised, here to help you again.
Spaghetti Man!
Yeah, Felicity's demeanor is like completely changed. She brightens up right away as Ventura appears. Oh!
Yes, it is I, Mr. Mayor. I am here at your service. And he gives a deep bow to the mayor.
What was your name again? Pasquale or something?
Ventura?
Ventura de Velgard.
Right. The De Velgard guy.
Yes, yes, I'm the de Velgard guy. That's me. Yes, perhaps you remember me from other restaurants, such as...
Yes, I thought you owned that restaurant, so I thought maybe you perished with the restaurant. But then again, you're not that guy. Yeah, you don't own the restaurant. I don't really know what restaurants exactly are or do. It's food related.
It's like a store where the thing is food, and you have to use it before you leave.
Oh, that's inconvenient.
Yes, much of life is like this way, my friend.
I wouldn't know. I've never been alive.
Well, life is like a restaurant. You just wait for your order.
That's as you say this, the waitress appears with all of your various foods. Oh boy, so many nachos!
Finally,
we got a bunch of nacho fault. It's nacho fault, mans. And as she says it, she looks at you, dude, and she puts a hand on your shoulder and looks. She says, "It's nacho fault."
It will be in a minute.
Here it is.
They grab all the nachos, and then like the one good scene from Endgame, I like the Hulk just give one little taco to Ant-Man. They give one little plate of nachos to Visk. That's yours.
Thank you.
Yes, more nachos for everyone. Life is an adventure. I was not put in the reality to say no nacho. Anyway.
What was my drink called again? The tequila drink?
Tequila be killed?
Tequila Mockingbird.
Tequila.
I think I
that would've been
remember
good,
my
too.
jokes. No.
I thought you wrote that one down.
I would be insane. If I remembered every time I made a joke, I would be fucking insane.
You are insane.
There would be not, like, I would have no room
That's
for...
why I'm glad Twitter's dying.
Oh, yeah.
Visk is going to, drink the tequila be killed as quickly as they saw Felicity drink her drink.
Whoa.
And Visk does not know how to process alcohol. So they're drunk.
Yeah.
The mayor is going to, like, budge up against you as he makes room for Ventura to sit down next to him. You've got about a third of a booth. And the waitress brings a chair and he raises his hand and says, no need. I will budge up with my friends.
Felicity is picking a piece of Giga chicken meat off of her fajita plate and slowly presses it against Ricochet, who eats it.
Oh, how considerate.
Visk is staring at the plate of nachos, unsure of what they're feeling. Like, Syrup said a lot of things that didn't make sense, and a lot that scarily did, and some that the mayor is confirming right now. And, like, Syrup called them a demon, even. Felicity agreed with that. Like, who or what is Visk? What is even the first step to processing this information? Where does one start defining or redefining these things? Maybe it's food. Like, food's been coming up a lot lately. Like, it seems important. Visk hasn't been very good at eating stuff. Syrup said something about eating and being fed.
And the tequila has gone straight to their head.
And dazed, they shift their gaze from the nachos and up to the mayor, who's hovering over them, eye sockets emotionlessly peering right through Visk. And they say, "Can you feed me?"
Mr. Casey Green, what brings you in?
Squeaky as me open the door. Oh, thanks for seeing me, doctor. I feel bad. My insides and my outsides.
Oh, no. Ooh, let me take a look.
Yeah, I've just been like hanging onto the back of a car with no skates on, and also I feel just completely unfulfilled. And is there something you can do for me?
Yeah, I've actually, we've seen this before.
Yeah?
But this is quality content deficiency.
Oh, what do I do?
What I recommend, I think you need to go to the Skulltenders Patreon.
Oh?
You don't look like have you ever heard a Skulltalkers where our users ask questions?
Well, I mean, a couple times, maybe, but not always.
Ooh, yeah, not always. That doesn't seem good.
Oh.
And you don't seem like you've seen Casey's doodles at all, or Maps and Mandibles, where Cohen explains how they build the levels.
Oh, building. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Creativity. Oh.
You feel a little better already, I can tell.
It's starting to come back to me. I can feel.
I can see your wounds closing up.
I can suture. They're suturing right now in front of me. Is that the word?
Suture is the right word.
Yay, they're healing. What else is on this Patreon?
Oh boy. In addition to that, we have Jawbones, where members of the cast discuss topics that they all love. And we have our deleted scenes at our top tier, where Jess walks us through all the scenes that didn't make it into the final episodes of Skulltenders.
Deleted scenes.
As well as level ups.
Level ups? Oh, does that have a lot of the mechanics of D&D that I love?
It sure does have a lot of the mechanics of D&D that you love.
Oh, my bone is healing.
You can get the behind the scenes on the classes.
Oh, my bone is my ankle is resetting and it's becoming healthier thanks to milk and this Patreon. Oh, how do I join? How much does it cost? Tell me.
It can cost anywhere from $5 to our lowest tier to $25 for our greatest tier.
What?
Yeah.
Greatest tier.
That's the beauty of a sliding scale.
Oh.
And all you have to do is go to the Skulltenders Patreon, patreon.com/skulltenders.
Wow. I'm feeling better already. Smile.
Most of the people who attend there find that they have over 100 new bones by the end of the first month.
Wow. I'm gonna need them.
You sure are.
As I try to sketch off the back of taxis with just running next to them.
Oh, is that what's outside there? Is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Bye.
Bye.
Wee.
Ooh.
Can you feed me?
Dudu has like he's like half his hand in with nachos in his mouth when he just kind of stops when you say that out loud. And you're huh?
Yeah, Felicity like Paul goes to her mouth and like covers her expression. It's like hides it.
The mayor, the thing you always got to remember about the mayor is the mayor does not have a jawbone. But if he did, you would hear the click of it swinging open and hitting his neck bone. Says, Visk,
What?
What?
Can you? I don't think I've been doing it right.
He turns his entire head to look directly at you. And then he turns back and picks up one of the nachos. He says, just make a little hole in your face.
Blue canary in the alley by the light switch.
This is slightly drunk and is just like, ah.
And he puts it in there. He says, all right, first one's free, but you got to get the rest yourself.
Their mouth is still open. They don't know the next step.
No, because the nacho does hit the inside of your mouth, and you just instinctively close the hole and absorb it. And oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
It feels so good. It feels so good. Did you try to eat before?
Tried to eat an omelet. Didn't really work.
Oh yeah, this is different. Something about like this is not. Like when you were in the physical plane, it was like it was like dropping rocks into a jello. It was just like, this is not being absorbed. This is just an object entering another type of object. But your goo body, you feel it like breaking this down and analyzing it and realizing this is not matter. This is just a good memory.
Holy shit.
You remember every other time you've had nachos, which is insane because you've never had nachos or even successfully eaten food before. But there's something about this food that's just like, you connect with the sensation of having it, and you recall other times you've had it, even though you haven't. And it just feels good. You kind of lose yourself in this moment. And in that moment, the mayor turns back to us. Now, back to the threat. So, most of my knowledge of the living world comes from inference and synthesis of the cacophony of information in the river. The memories of the dead flow into my mind like water down a drain. It's just how it works. But it's a drain with a grate on it. Some things that I'm not allowed to know get diverted somewhere else. And that's where I come in. Ventura de Veilguard leads for us. I, Ventura de Veilguard, will take you aboard my ship.
A ship?
Yes, the Necrona. We shall sail this psychic waste together. The three of us, to the farthest reaches. In order to reach the storehouse of forbidden knowledge in the afterlife. The Nevermind.
Wow.
We're going on an ocean voyage?
Visk is like shoveling chips in their mouth.
Yes, it's stuck up.
Dudu watching this being like, he starts shoveling too, just to be like, not be fucking taking him out by Visk.
Yeah, and like more baskets are, like the baskets are stacking up next to you as the waitress keeps replenishing the ones in front of you. But like, as you are like eyes locked across each other, just fucking like shoveling these down as Pasquale is Ventura is gesturing, and motherfucker.
Got you.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, fair play. You did more than once. It's God damn it. I can't. It's too late to rename the family the Cheeseman.
The noble Cheeseman.
We have to come up with a new character.
Oh, fucking Christ. Yes, my friends, you see, when we must travel to the psychic waste, to the farthest reaches in order to reach the Nevermind. I mean the absolute farthest reaches, the very edge of the stain of psychic waste that has leached off of the river for the entirety of human existence. To reach it, we must take a little shortcut, because it is very far away. Too far even for you, my friend, pointing at this. We must take the Lunatic Canal, which is only open on the full moon. We will have 3 nights to reach it, learn the locations of these knives, and return safely. If the canal closes,
you will be lost forever.
Aw.
And me too, presumably.
Oh.
Wow.
Why is it called the Lunatic's Canal?
Because you got to be so fucking crazy to take it.
Nice.
Also, because it's only open on the full moon.
Oh.
Luna.
Oh, I thought you meant like, moon makes people crazy.
Yes, that's where the name lunatic came from.
Really?
Yes. Just a little etymology lesson for the folks at home.
Wow. So wise.
I do believe in the moon.
Oh, yes.
All right, so when
Honor her.
are we doing this? Felicity is holding one of their tortillas from her fajita and has like a comically large stack of like refried beans and cheeses and rice and whatnot, giga chicken meat.
Dude who's like, damn, girl.
Visk is staring at that, like, considering asking for some of it. Since taste just happened. Taste just occurred to them for the first time. They're obsessed.
Tomorrow night, we will gather at the riverside where my ship waits, the Necrona, beneath the waters. And we will board, and we will make for the Psychic Waste, and the Lunatic Lagoon, and, eventually, the Nevermind. This, I know, is what I must do. And so, I will take my make a flan and hear God laugh to go. And the waitress puts that in his hand, and he steps up and says, until tomorrow night, my friends, and strides out.
Bye.
I miss him already.
Oh, then I will come back, and I will eat it while I wait.
Yay!
No, I just kid. I must go. Leave him wanting more. Venture de Velgard! And he just
Bye again.
walks at the same... He has not stopped walking at the same speed away, even when he said he was coming back.
I wish his name was Pasquale.
It suits him.
Yeah, it does.
Well, maybe next time.
Sure.
Dude, I'm tasting this. You talked about tasting when we were in Scrubfuck.
Yeah.
That was a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It is like that. Wow.
Welcome to the club, baby.
Holy shit.
Shovels more nachos in his mouth. Welcome to the club, baby. He's using full hands. Just look at all his fingers. His big feathery fingers.
Visk, like, turns to the mayor and, like, actually puts, like, hands on the lapels of his thing, like...
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's so good.
I'm so happy for you.
Oh my god.
And he turns back to Felicity and says, you see?
I have a question for you. Frankly, Mr. Mayor, I think that might be a little bit more pressing.
Yes, ask away.
You say Syrup was your previous champion and they betrayed you.
Clearly.
And how are you so sure that this is not going to happen with this one here? She gestures to Visk.
What?
Felicity, I trust Visk. Absolutely.
Felicity, why would you say that?
It's all right. It's all right.
You're
trust.
drunk on nachos. I'm cutting you off as I take their nachos.
How could you say that?
Yeah, you need. Yeah, honey, you're drunk.
No, give me the nachos back.
And she brings you another drink. You've eaten too much. You need to balance it out.
Thank you.
Downs it immediately.
How dare you?
Felicity, I trust Visk with my life.
Wow.
You trusted Syrup with your life too, I presume.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Asked and answered.
That was the problem.
Huh? And yet you chose them as your champion?
Yeah, were they your champions?
We're getting into details that are a bit painful to me, and we are running out of time. So there's a couple of other things.
Yeah, leave him alone.
Yeah. Thank you, Visk. See?
Yeah. Lay off the guy.
Yeah, Felicity's like silently shaking her head, but like not saying anything.
What's your problem?
She brings her paws to her head, just like rubbing her temples a little bit.
Visk is going to read her mind because I just got detect thoughts and have not used it yet. And because Visk is drunk, they're slightly more instinctive and unbarred, like from normal hesitations. So Visk is going to accidentally read her thoughts because they have no idea what the fuck she's thinking about.
So
how does the spell work? Sorry.
Oh, good idea. I should actually have my spell list up in general when I'm playing fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
It's okay. This wasn't a combat episode.
Until now, the nachos begin. No.
Oh, I call it Soul Search. I renamed it. Soul Search works by reading the target creature's surface level thoughts. If I wanted to delve deeper, I could, and they could make a wisdom saving throw. But besides that, it's just a thing I can do now.
All right. Felicity, what you got?
Well, quick question. Does the subject know that you're reading their mind?
Not unless I delve deeper.
Okay. So what Visk sees is themselves, but not what I am seeing, not through my eyes. What Visk is seeing is an image of themselves in the land of the living, red and opaque, and taking the lives of living people.
Hey!
Visk just kind of like sits up straight and doesn't know what they just saw and doesn't say anything. Just stares real weird.
And you, Visk, the mayor looks at you and says,
You go looking, you might see something that hurts you. I wouldn't recommend it on friends.
neither of the other two, if you like look slightly past the mayor, Visk, you will see that for like half a second, as the mayor is saying this, Felicity and Dudu are not moving.
Cool.
Just like stock absolutely still.
Wow.
It's not a way to build people's trust, Visk. Take it from someone who's lost a lot of trust.
Of course, sure. Thanks for the advice.
Good. Don't worry about it.
Don't know what I'm doing.
It's going to be all right.
Don't know what I'm doing.
Gives you a little pat on the shoulder.
It's all right.
Thank
all
you.
Right. All right. We're going to go back now.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And everything starts moving again.
Now, there have been a couple of training wheels, safeguards in place. Just so you know, Felicity, I've not been sending out somebody who was potentially very dangerous without thinking about what I was doing. We were keeping an eye on all of you for your earlier missions, Planchette and myself. And there's also the fact that Visk has, up until today, been living in City Hall, which you may have noticed is coated in silver. So that's the other half of keeping the Gooman busy. They're also kept calm, sedate, slightly inert. Some of their urges and the lethal knife edge of their intellect dulled slightly. But we don't have the luxury of keeping the safety on anymore. So, Visk, henceforth, I would like you to change your residence. You are no longer going to be living in the windowless room with all the other Goomans doing your tasks. I would like you to move in with Dudu, and puts a hand on Dudu's shoulder.
A mid nacho, like,
What?
that would kick ass.
Yes, good, excellent.
What?
Roommate.
It's going to be so good for both of you.
I mean, whatever you want, of course, but what?
Yes, don't worry. I've got, sir. Do you want to move your bucket yourself, or I can have that done for you?
I got buckets. You need buckets?
Why Dudu? Why Dudu?
Several reasons. One,
Why not doo-doo?
Don't try to get into my apartment, Visk, please.
yes, of the available choices, this one seemed much safer for all parties involved.
Well-
Also, Dudu has a fun, chill vibe, and people inherently like him. You could learn something from him.
Yeah.
Learn to imitate his likable behaviors.
I haven't had a roommate in years.
Okay.
Also, we have to get you away from the silver. But I can't get rid of it because it keeps the other Gooman less homicidal.
I have no metals in my house. All fake plastic shit. Doo-doo cusses again.
Now that I think about it, it didn't even occur to me to try to leave.
I know. It's a very efficient system.
Okay. I mean, I trust that it's the right decision coming from you, so all right.
Yes. Let's see, what else? There was something else. Oh, yes, Felicity.
How are things? How are things with Ricochet?
With Ricochet.
I noticed you've had her this entire time since you summoned her earlier.
Yeah, Ricochet is like sitting like on the ground, like propped up against the edge of the seat, like you might do with your umbrella at a restaurant.
Yeah, I'm partying.
Yeah, frankly, I don't really have any complaints about Ricochet. Of all the things that have happened to me doing this job, Ricochet has probably been one of the most positive, frankly.
Oh, well, that's lovely to hear. I knew you would be right for this. I knew the three. I knew it. I knew you three. I had a good feeling.
Thank you.
Gotten this far trusting my feelings. So I'm going to keep trusting them.
If you're gonna keep trusting me...
Yes. Felicity, you have to understand that when I met you, you had just tried to break into the holding chamber for my enemy. I wasn't entirely sure what your purposes were, so I put you where I knew someone could keep an eye on you. And I put a bomb inside you.
Yeah, you did do that.
Yes.
In retrospect, well, one, I don't care for the bomb, but I understand. In retrospect, I suppose I understand the tenseness of our first encounter, considering I've now seen what is inside of that pyramid.
Yes.
And he was proven right, because you did try to run after the mausoleum.
I don't think I was talking to you.
No, but they got your ass, didn't they?
Snap.
Yeah, I did. Got your ass.
We can talk about that later, Rumi.
Yeah, I guess we could.
Felicity folds her arms in front of her and is tapping her claws on her arm, as if you're frustrated or impatient, but is not saying anything.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else you're going to need to know. Let's see. Right. Well, I can't think of anything, so...
I got a question.
Yes, ask away.
Can I die?
Huh.
I don't know, can you? I hold up a high five for Felicity.
I return the high five.
I blew up once at least, and I didn't stop existing. I just came out of the river. And but certain creatures keep grabbing something in me that inflicts a level of existential terror that I didn't know I could feel. Can I die? Am I not immortal?
You're built very sturdy, Visk. And no, a necromantic engine blowing up in the shallows of the psychic waste was never going to be enough to put a Gooman down permanently. I didn't put any of you in a situation, at least in that situation. I knew it was a starter mission. But
oh, so it's the same Visk. I had assumed that when Visk was annihilated that we were being given a new Gooman with the same identity and the same memories.
Fucking what?
That is a wild place to jump to. I love where your head's at. This is exactly the day I put the three of you together. It just okay. Here's the thing. So I saw energy. I saw energy in motion, and I saw it redirected to useful purpose. Felicity, I saw energy withering. Dudu, I saw energy squandered. Oh, Visk, I saw energy ignored. Visk, you called those attention to the unreclaimed souls of Scrubfuck. Do you know how many other Goomen in your department saw that file before you did?
No, not exactly.
All of them.
All of them?
Dozens of times, over nearly a century. It came up...
I was the last one?
Yes, it came up, they disregarded it. Even as the number climbed higher, they just kept disregarding it, and it finally made its way down to you. The Goomen weren't created to value individuals. It's not in their nature. They're created for the big picture.
Right.
The biggest pictures. The edge cases were supposed to be my responsibility, but the game started when I acted in the land of the living.
Oh.
As long as I stayed here, I was able to keep things in kind of a holding pattern.
When you interfered with Nokia.
Yes. I hoped channeling through you might not count, but it did. It broke the stalemate, and immediately after that, we saw the attack on the space-time construct.
Right.
Time doesn't flow naturally forward here. That's something I'm having to do on purpose all the time.
Thank you for it, I guess.
Oh, yeah. You're welcome.
I like time.
Yes, and so Visk, you brought up that file, and then that same day, somebody tries to break into the pyramid, and then we have Dudu saying goodbye to the good Johnny Bravo. Tragic.
May he rest in peace.
He is.
Oh, I miss Johnny.
I do the Stations of the Cross wrong.
The sign of the cross.
I do like an X or something.
You do like the cool S.
You gotta do 3 lines and then you connect them.
He, he's a hero. He surfed out on that's how he died. He surfed out on a deadly storm to save a child who'd been pulled out by the riptide. Tied the child to his surfboard, sent it back, but the effort exhausted him and he slipped from the board and he drowned. And he died unsure if he'd saved the child. That was what kept him here. He wasn't sure if he'd done it. And when he first got here, I had already tasted the memories. I wondered if he'd ever asked about it. People often do, they come knocking at City Hall, having questions, wanting answers, as one does, hoping we can put their lingering questions to bed, and we don't, because it doesn't help. It doesn't matter. Telling him wouldn't have changed anything. He had to come to terms with it himself. It's how things work down here. Everything dies, eventually. Anyway, on that note, it looks like, and he pulls his sleeve back, and you see nothing because he doesn't wear a watch, but he's doing the gestures. Looks like we're running out of time, coming to the end of the happy hour. I'm going to take care of the check. I'm going to hang back here, have a quick conversation.
Well, if you control time, can't you just freeze it and make it last a little longer?
Happy hour forever. Oh, there's the dream.
All things end. They can be pushed back, but they have to end.
Damn.
And I'd like to not push the construct any more than I have to. So if you 3 just want to head out, I'm going to take care of the check.
I have a parting question for you, Mr. Mayor, if that is okay.
Absolutely. Let's say one more from everyone, if you got one.
All right. You said Johnny Bravo came here. You saw how they died, their memories, what troubled them, etc. So you seem to have some understanding of the people under your peer view and how they were when they were alive, the lives they lived.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Mayor, hear me out. I would think that I could probably do my job better as your champion if you returned, some of my memories to me at least.
How do you mean?
I probably have resources topside or levels of skill, just all manner of possible things I have no access to because I don't have any memory. How about you give that back to me and I could help you better?
I'll take it under consideration. But there are costs at play that you're not aware of. I don't blame you for not taking my word on that. I hope I can prove it to you eventually.
I suppose we'll see.
Doo-doo, anything else? Any last lingerings?
Are you going to finish that? Doo-doo points to... Did you order something? I forget.
He had one of your Dos Equis.
I point to his Dos Equis. Is there any left? Are you going to finish that?
There was the one sip he took after you refused to clink beers with him, and he slides it over to you.
Be my guest.
Doo-doo downs it and says nothing more.
All right. Visk.
Can we do this again sometime?
I would like that. Certainly.
When?
We'll see. We'll see.
Oh.
Focus on your mission. Go rest up. Get yourself settled in at your new digs in the woods with those weird trees. I love the woods. I simply love them. Sometimes I wish I could just walk around in there.
Why not?
But I don't have time. Never have as much time as I'd like to.
Well, thank you.
Yes. Yes, just...
Thanks for feeding me. That was great.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna step up. He's gonna stand up. So, and kind of extend a hand outward. It's after you.
Okay.
Let's go.
Visk pours onto the floor, sloppy style.
All right, let's go. And the 3 of you...
Gotta get this drunk dog home.
Yeah.
New digs.
Yeah.
Come on, roomie.
Okay.
Felicity has Ricochet in one hand and a styrofoam container with the remainder of her fajita in the other hand.
All right, the 3 of you walk outside, and you hear the door to El Restaurante Bueno close and lock behind you. And a little. What am I looking for? A little window on the door slides open like Wizard of Oz.
Just, buying you a little time. Taking myself off the board for a bit.
Okay.
I'll see you when you get back, I hope.
What?
And as you are watching, the happy hour ends and the restaurant turns back to nothing. It's just gone. You're looking at the mayor and then you're looking at the absence of a restaurant.
Wow.
Felicity looks down at her now empty hand where the styrofoam container was and frowns.
No, it's still there. You got it.
Oh, okay.
You still got that. You're good.
Doo-doo hands it back to you. I'm sorry, I didn't know you. I didn't think you would notice.
Yeah, Casey DM'd me to make a sleight of hand to steal your shit. Felicity, as you're looking down, a skeletal parrot with green feathers lands on your shoulder and says, "Hey, where's the mayor?"
Isn't he great?
Yeah, where is he?
He has, by his words, taken himself off the board.
What? Hey, you, newcomer, you know what all this is about? Huh? Oh, okay. Well, some help you are. Guess we'll all find out next time, huh? Here's hoping. So yeah, you just heard Amber Carr's Felicity Fairweather, Casey Green is Doo-Doo the Owl, and Jess O'Brien is Visk. Skulltenders is game mastered by Cohen Ettenfield, with original music composed by Seth Boyer, with editing and sound design by Jess O'Brien. We hope you'll consider supporting us on Patreon, where you can find all sorts of chilling and original bonus content, including an after show dedicated to each episode, fun drawings by the cast. Oh, it's so fun. And if not, well, whatever. I'm not your mother. Hey, this is Cohen. So we're going to be doing something a little different for the one that goes up on February 21st. We're doing Skulltalkers, our Q&A after show we do for each episode on Patreon, but it's going up in the main feed, and we're opening the questions up to everybody about this whole first season. So if you got a question, you can send them in to skulltendersask@gmail.com. That's the title of this podcast, plus the word ask @gmail.com. Or if you're a patron and you're on the Discord, submit using the form as usual. Then we'll be back with a brand new episode of Skulltenders when the new season begins on March 6th, right here, like usual. We hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for listening.